Hi everyone. I've been wanting to do this video for a little while now, and it's going to be my favorite perfumes because I love hearing people talk about their favorites, and if I have something in common with them, it's easy for me to sort of go out and look at their other choices, and I think there's a pretty high likelihood that I would enjoy them, so that's been really helpful for me. So hopefully if someone watches this video and sees something they like, they'll go and check out the other ones, and that's how we can keep learning. So I'm going to start with my first perfume that I got 2 years ago when I first started getting interested in perfumes, and that's Dolce & Gabbana's The One. And I ordered this from fragrance.net after smelling it in the store because it was a little bit cheaper there, and I just fell in love with it sort of at first sniff. It's very vanilla-y. If you like vanilla, like if you like the Body Shop vanilla sprays, or like you can get them in the drugstore sometimes, some shampoos smell a little like this. It's vanilla, like over the top, but I love vanilla, so that was great for me. And it's not candy vanilla, and it's not a cooking vanilla. It is what I would call like a boozy vanilla. It's very relaxed and like effortlessly seductive. Like it's not trying too hard, and that's what I really love about this. It starts out when you first spray it. Sprayed it probably like 15 minutes ago. It is a little floral, and I'm not a huge fan of florals. There are some that I really like, but in general I find them to be too sharp. I'm more of like a oriental, I don't know, fruity sometimes. It starts out a little bit floral, but within probably like 10 minutes it starts, getting into its middle notes, which really start to pick up on vanilla, and I don't know what else is in here. I'm not very good with certain smells, with specific smells in perfumes, but this I find just like a really comforting scent. Like I'll spray this in my pillowcase sometimes, or like I have a teddy bear I keep in my bed with me, and I spray him with this, and he always smells divine. Just cuddle up with him. So definitely recommended. And these aren't going to be ranked. I can't rank my perfumes. It would be like lining your friends up and being like, you're number one, you're number two. But anyway, next is, having said that I don't like florals, this one I adore. This is Romance by Ralph Lauren, and I go on these sporadic sort of smelling sprees at Macy's around the perfume counters, and this one was out next to its summer version from last summer. It was called like Romance, Summer Romance, something, it had more grapefruit in it. But I also smelled the original, and I hadn't smelled it before, and it was very interesting. Like I wasn't immediately in love with it, but I couldn't stop sniffing my little paper that I'd sprayed it on. This to me smells like summer. Like I would say it's like a light, fresh floral. And the predominant, I don't think it's listed in the notes, but it smells like grass clippings. Like when I wear this, I smell like I've been outside running around in fields of, rolling in the grass, having a great time. It smells like sunshine and summer and grass, like fresh cut grass. And that was pretty interesting. Like I've never smelled that in any of my other perfumes, and it just makes you feel instantly happy, and like you're outside, sun is shining, birds are singing, all that in a perfume. So if you like fresh florals, this isn't a very heavy floral though, which is why I can wear it. Fresh florals, summery scents. I think it has like ginger in it, which gives it sort of like a spicy edge to the grassiness of the middle of the top, what I get most out of this. So yeah, it's It's interesting. It's certainly not like a one-tone perfume, and there is patchouli in it. So those of you who are sensitive to that, I know that some people really can't stand it. It gives them a headache. This has never given me a headache, and I am sensitive to patchouli, so I don't think that there's very much in it. It hasn't been a problem, but you might want to smell it before you purchase or get a sample first, you know. Next is sort of a fruity fragrance that my mom got for me that I really like. Thanks, Mom. It's called Estee Lauder's Pleasures Exotic. And I know that what they sort of do with their perfumes is they have a few like staples that have been around for decades and decades, and then they update those every so often. And this is one of their more recent updates. I think the most recent reincarnation of Pleasures is like Bloom, I think, like Pleasures Bloom. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But this one is a little more tropical smelling. I find the original Pleasures to be way too overwhelming. It's too strong, too like an old floral for me. But this one has enough, like, I get a lot of grapefruit from this. And I don't know what else. Like, just a bunch of flowers, but not in an unpleasant way. It doesn't give me a headache. And this is one that you do have to be a little bit careful with. It can be overwhelming if you put more than like 2 spritzes on. I generally do like one on my neck and then one on one wrist and sort of tap them together. And that seems to be a good amount for this one. Some of my others, like the one I can spray like 5 times and it's never going to offend anyone. But this one you do have to be a little bit careful. And the last 2 that I'm going to show you today are very oriental, and they're pretty closely related. They're both by Giorgio Armani, and the first one is Armani's Code for Women. And I think this is probably the sexiest perfume I own. Like, it's very, even the bottle is gorgeous. It's like this see-through blue at the top fades to like grayish light blue at the bottom with this floral tree design on. I really love this bottle. But and this smells like very spicy to me. This makes me feel like it's nighttime and like I am outside in this tropical hot area, you know, going to go salsa dance or something. Like, it's got all of that in it. It's got like seduction and like mystery. The smell is very mysterious. Like, I've had a lot of people ask me like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And it's always been this. Like, I don't get a lot of comments on the rest of them. I do get some comments on the one because people just want to cozy up to you. It's very comforting and yummy scent. But this isn't nearly as like ubiquitous as that, I would say. It's a little more spicy, and I don't think this is day appropriate, honestly. Like, whenever I wear this during the day, I feel a little bit self-conscious that my perfume is too like va-va-voom, you know, for school. But at night, this is perfect. And I really like, if I go out somewhere, or if I'm going to dinner, I'll always put this on. And I really like this one. But again, probably something that not everyone is going to enjoy, because, I don't know, some people just don't like oriental smells. And I can't figure it out. I love them. But, you know, so be careful how much of that you wear as well. And the last one is, you know, it looks pretty boring, but this is Giorgio Armani's Emporio She, or Emporio L, depending how French you want to sound. And this is a lighter, it reminds me a lot of Armani Code, but it is a little bit lighter and a little bit sweeter. This I get more of, like, I think a lot of these have musk in the base, but I get a lot of like honey musk smell from this after about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. And it's very much a skin scent. But I think that's part of the reason that I really love this, because I can spray, you know, pretty liberally all over my forearms, my neck, and it's never overpowering. And after like a couple hours, you really have to be within, my sphere of maybe 2 feet. You have to be really close talking to me in order to smell this. So I don't know. It's like a little bit mysterious or something. Like people have to get really close to you, and it just makes people want to like lean in and be like, what is that? But it smells. I just can't stop smelling the one this morning. It smells like a honeyed musk that like really clings to your skin. It's a very close skin scent, and I get a little bit of ginger out of this too. I'm not sure what else is in here. It's very unique. Like I've never smelled anything that has this that works like this on me. It's almost like my personal smell, like amplified on my skin, and it doesn't have any solage whatsoever. It doesn't like trail behind you. It's all, within your personal sphere. I know that my boyfriend really likes this one because he's very sensitive to perfumes. He's not a big like smells person like I am, so he likes it when I wear this because then when he's close to me, you can smell it, but he doesn't have to smell it all day in our apartment, So that's this one. Highly recommended. I do want to say that I found this by going on makeupalley.com and looking at the ratings for their perfumes, and this one has like a super high rating, and I was like, why is that? I've never even heard of this, but now we know, and I think you should really check this one out if you like, seductive, personal, oriental smells that aren't screaming to the world, I'm wearing perfume. I think, there's one more I wanted to add, sorry. I got a tester of this the other day because I made a purchase from Estee Lauder, but this is Estee Lauder's Sensuous. And I've been wearing this because it's, it's heading into spring now, but it's still cold outside. And I think this is definitely a cool weather scent. Like if I have a turtleneck on, this goes really well. It makes me feel really snuggly. And what this smells like to me is amber. Ooh. Amber. It's very heavy on the amber, especially after a couple hours. Also, there's a lot of sandalwood in this, and this is sort of what I would consider a spicier version of the one. Like there's vanilla, it's very sweet, but it's not cloying, and you get like some spices. I think there's like black pepper in this, which I don't know, it's pretty interesting. I don't think any of my other perfumes have black pepper listed as a note, but it's a very spicy, it smells like a spicy cookie almost. Like it's very sweet, but it's never like, I can't stand things like Angel or Pink Sugar. Those are very, very over the top sweet for me. But this one is just very creamy and spicy, and I don't know, like you just want to snuggle up next to a fire with your blanket. It smells like this type of scent. So I also recommend checking out this one. So I guess that's it. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys and that you enjoyed it. Feel free to respond. If you have anything to suggest for me, I would love to hear that because I'm always in the hunt for new scents that I adore. And I tend to rotate through all these. I don't have like a daily staple. I switched it up a little more between summer and winter. I'll wear my more oriental vanilla smells in the winter, and in the summer I wear a lot of romance particularly. But I also really love fresh scents. So if you have anything to suggest, let me know, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Bye!